okay, it's starting to reverse, but it goes back down again. Of course, that's possible. Please do remember that analyzing charts is not a forecasting tool. Analyzing charts is not 100% accurate, that every time you use technical analysis, you will never make a mistake anymore. That's not true. That nothing can be further from the truth. That when you invest and when you trade, technical analysis using reversals is basically just risk management, meaning if you made the correct decision, then you maximize it. If you're wrong and it continues to fall down, then you still need to cut your losses. Hey guys, so in this video, I want to talk about trading reversals. I want to show you specific charts on how you can identify them. What are you supposed to do when they are happening? What are you supposed to do also when a reversal is not yet happening? And then how you can actually maximize it for both Philippine, US, and cryptocurrency markets. And how does it allow you to trade with conviction, especially when there's so much noise and there's so much fun? Because I really believe that if you know how to combine finding reversals and knowing the fundamentals of what you're investing into, that makes it very, very, very powerful. So if you guys are ready, comment, I'm ready, comment, I want to learn, comment, show me technicals. Spotting reversals is more for position trading as compared to quick trading, where for quick trading, you're looking for the bounce from a level of support and you make money off the volatility. For position trading, the key ingredients that you need to know and you need to have is you need to identify what a downtrend is first, because the name of the game, if it's still in a downtrend, is for you not to buy it first. Again, I repeat, if the stock or the cryptocurrency that you are trying to analyze is still in a downtrend and you are a position trader, you are a person who's looking for reversals, your goal is to stay away from it first because you don't know how low it will go. The name of the game is for you to buy it, not when it's falling, but when it has fallen already enough and it has started to reverse. And then the key thing that you need to realize also is that requires a lot of conviction, and that requires also a lot of discipline, that you don't transact unless you actually need to. Skills needed is you need to identify that it's in a downtrend. And number two is you need to identify when it has started to get out of that particular downtrend, and that's when you start to buy. So is it possible also that, okay, it's starting to reverse, but it goes back down again? Of course, that's possible. Please do remember that analyzing charts is not a forecasting tool. Analyzing charts is not 100% accurate, that every time you use technical analysis, you will never make a mistake anymore. That's not true. That nothing can be further from the truth. That when you invest and when you trade, technical analysis using reversals is basically just risk management, meaning if you made the correct decision, then you maximize it. If you're wrong and it continues to fall down, then you still need to cut your losses. That's why I said this from the start. This is mainly for people who want to trade from a position trading standpoint. This is not for quick traders, and this is also not for investors. I'm going to interlace some charts, maybe Philippine and US stocks. Let's see how we could possibly go from that. And if you're watching this at any point in the future from the time this was posted, just look at the principle, the logic here, because as you all know, the charts are moving on a day-to-day aspect. So if you're watching this 6 months down the line, 1 year down the line, it's still okay, because the principles that you will learn here is something that you can take with you, regardless if the stocks that we're looking at is not anymore up to date. So let's try to look for some Philippine stocks. So I'm looking at this at random. So there was also a question I think it was part of the comment section. They were asking, how do I go about what I talk about in YouTube? I know there's really no script. I'm really an investment guy that likes to share his thoughts. So every time I do this, it's raw. Everything is something that I would normally speak onto. Then sometimes there's some bullet points where at least I have a flow of my ideas, but most of the time it's just like this, me talking in front of the camera, then it gets sent out to editing after. Okay, let's start everything off with Apple, one of my favorite stocks in the world. And what's so interesting about Apple is, as you can see right here, it's continually pushing and moving up. And I guess I just want to differentiate first the difference between a bounce from support and also a reversal. A bounce from support is normally used for quick trading. A bounce from support is normally used for people who want to buy it from the bounce of the support, then sell it later on as it hits a level of resistance. As you can see right here, that's what's happening to Apple. But that's not our topic. We're here to talk about reversals. So If you're looking at reversals right here, I want to show this to all of you. If you look at it here, this was Apple stock February 2020. And just to add context to everyone watching this, at some point at the start of 2020, the US markets were hitting all-time high. So it may look like right here, no, some at this area na binibilugan ko that it's not really at its highest point because we've seen it massively go up already. But at that time, prior to the pandemic, prior to all of that spending and stimulus that has been given out, that was its highest point. And then you all knew what happened. The lockdowns, the pandemic happened, and then we saw markets around the world start to go down. And that's what happened also right here, even for Apple. So Apple stock started to go down. So as you can see right here, it's an unidentifiable area where we're actually seeing it that, hey, it looks like really that it's in a downward trending slope. But as you can see right here, it broke past this right here. Lalakihan ko pa nga yung bilog eh. That even if you did not buy it at the exact lowest point, even if you did not buy it at the exact minute where it started to drop, you're supposed to be okay. Please remember this, that it's a fallacy that when you do technical analysis, you can predict the exact moment that it will be at its lowest point. No one can actually predict where the lowest point will be. No one can actually predict how low it could actually go. No one could actually predict at that very moment that that will be the lowest point of that particular stock, and that's when you're supposed to come in. It doesn't work that way. That's why if you look at it here, I encircled it so many times so that, okay, I was not able to buy it at the lowest point, but I bought it when it started to get out of the downward trending slope. As it started to get out of the downward trending slope, that's an area for you to position, and then boom, Apple went up from 50 plus to where it is right now, closing the 140 US dollar mark. Now let's go to some Philippine stocks. And the reason why I want to show this from a Philippine perspective also is that please do remember that your skill set for technical analysis, you can use to trade any market in the world, Philippine stocks, US stocks, cryptocurrency markets. And that's why it wasn't really a big adjustment for me trading from Philippine to US and from US to crypto markets, because as long as you know how to read how charts work, you can trade any market in the world. I guess it's just different from a crypto perspective because you're dealing with technology and a lot of people still don't understand it yet, as compared to the stock market where it has been there for a very, very long time. It's been more, I guess, more mature in terms of how people understand it. And for crypto, it's not that way yet. But anyways, this is Globe. This is the downward trending slope for Globe. And what I want to share for all of you now is this. Please remember what I said at the start. You need to identify if the stock is in a downtrend. And as you can see right here, Globe still has not escaped the trend line that I drew right here. Or you can pick another mechanism for you on how you can actually decide whether it's worth buying or not. Or you can use another indicator. You can opt to draw your own trend line, or like here, you can use a moving average. It's trying to follow also how the downward trending slope is. So you can make a decision. Okay, the only time I'm buying it is when it breaks out of the 200-day moving average. Or you can actually say the only time I'm buying it is when it breaks out of this downward trending slope. Or it can be a combination of both. So it's up to you. What's more important is you follow your own rules when you start trading. It's more about what rules will apply to you, and that's when you start deploying capital towards it. So as of this point in time, Globe, in terms of reversals, it has not reversed yet. It has not escaped the downward trending slope. So this is how Ayala Corp looks like. I'll erase this first so that you have clarity in everything. Now I'm showing you something of shorter duration, and this is what makes technicals interesting. That's why it's so important that whatever gets talked about here, you need to analyze it on your own. Do not buy, sell, hold, or avoid just because it's talked about here in YouTube. It's your money, it's your responsibility, because the drawing of the charts is a snapshot of how you want to analyze it. How the charts are drawn is more a reflection of you as an investor. How the charts are drawn is a reflection of what your timeline is and what your risk tolerance is. So this one is a shorter perspective, so you have context as well. Now, if you look at it here, I could draw the downward trending slope here, and then the entry area would be a breakout from that particular downward trending slope. So same thing, then you can also use the moving averages as your determination to enter. But as you can see right there, you have a downward trending slope, you have a breakout from that, you have a breakout from the moving average. That's an area for you to enter if you are a position trader. So please remember, position traders wait for reversals to actually happen. So as you can see also, you don't have to buy it at the exact bottom. You don't have to buy it at the lowest point. but all you need to do is to follow your plan. And if all of this seems a bit, I still don't understand it, join us this July. I have it in the link below. It will be in the second and third week of July, all Saturday and Sunday weekends. We are doing a stock market technical analysis course. It's not just anymore for Philippine stocks, but we are applying it for both US and cryptocurrency markets, because I just wanted to show it to a lot of people that yeah, you can use technical analysis to trade any market in the world. And in my opinion, not investing and trading for over a decade, you don't have to rely on the noise. You don't have to rely on other people around you, but all you need to know is the chart. So check it out. Link is in the description below. We're going to talk about candlesticks, trend lines, support and resistance, MACD, moving averages, ADX, Bollinger Bands, and so much more. Anyways, so this is Disney. As you can see right here, it's forming a downward trending slope still. It has not escaped the downward trending move. And as position traders, or as a person who's waiting for reversals to happen, this could be an area for you that, okay, I'll watch out for this. I will actually check if it breaks out from this area of resistance, somewhere around the 177, 178, 179, 180 area. Breaking out from that shows you evidence already that it's already out from the downward trending slope. While it's falling, you're not supposed to enter yet. The name of the game is to draw your line, wait for it until it has actually reversed. Okay, so for Starbucks, this is its long upward push. I want to zoom out so you have a greater context to see where we can have our downward trending slope. Okay, maybe we can choose this. So if you look at this is a bit steep, no? I guess primarily because Starbucks, from a fundamental standpoint, when everything closed down last year, of course they had to close the retail branches, and retail was one of the most hit last year. So that's what we're seeing right here. Starbucks, downward trending slope, and then right after that, here's your reversal signal also somewhere around here. As it started to reverse right there, then boom, you started to see it start to immensely push up once again. So that's how you can actually project reversals. But if you'll allow me to zoom in further, let's see if you can get something from this perspective also. So this is something that's a bit short term. Connect these two together. Then that's a breakout from this short term downward trending slope. This was from April 2021. All the way to the break at the end of June 2021 as well. So whatever you're seeing, whatever upward move you're seeing, it's primarily because of this breakout of the downward trending slope. And then you have other factors. If you're using moving averages, it's a breakout from the 20 and 50-day moving average as well. So that's how you can start to analyze it. I hope this is giving you clarity, because for me, in my opinion, this is something that's very, very powerful. And it's something that you can also use, not just, I forgot to mention this, not just for Philippine stocks, not just for US stocks, not just for cryptocurrency markets, but this is also something that you can use even for the Forex markets. That's why it's so interesting, because you can use a combination of all of this so that you can trade the markets with confidence. What's so interesting about Manila Water is that it got battered sometime at the end of December 2019 because of all of its, because it had some issues they had to sort things out also with the government. But that being said, if you look at it right here, this was a drop right here. This was a very, very, very strong, large, and massive drop. This was over 73+% in a very, very short time frame. So this was from September 2019 all the way here to December 2019. So in 3 months, you saw the price of Manila Water drop around 73.6%. But what I want to submit to all of you is this. Look at it. While it was dropping, it was still inside this downward trending slope. While it was dropping, it was still inside the downtrend. So please do remember this. What's low can continue to go lower as long as it's still in a downtrend. That's a characteristic of a downtrend. You have sellers leading the charge. You have sellers gaining momentum. And more people selling, you actually see more sellers bring the prices down. So please don't be surprised when you see a stock that's already low continue to go down, because as long as it's still in a downtrend, it's normal for it, or at least it's expected for it to continually go down. That being said, I want to zoom in here that for the first time, this was around 2017, so it's already 4 years in the making. For the first time in the past 4 years, we finally have Manila Water trying to break out of that 4-year downtrend. So key thing to watch out for right here, right now, is this particular line. if it goes above this, then we have a shot to see Manila Water even push higher because it's now starting to break out from a very, very long and strong downtrend. So please do note this. The longer the downtrend, once you see it start to reverse, the reversal is also very, very strong, provided that that long downward trending line is broken and it stays above that particular level. So just an assignment for all of you watching this, pantayin nyo to, check out how it would actually progress. And please do note that it has already gone up quite a bit also in just a matter of days, no? So it's up already more than 30+% in just a matter of days. I guess I'll end it with this. It listed in the market somewhere around 2013. Let's just probably start the drawing from somewhere here. Project it here, and then as you can see also, right after that reversal at some point this year, it started to push higher. So the key is not to predict, not to guess, not to forecast, but to read the charts as it is, look for reversals, and that's when you start to enter it. That's when you start to position, build the base, and build volume. So I hope that this is something that's insightful for all of you. I hope that this is something that gave you tremendous value. And if you guys are learning from this, comment I'm learning, and comment also if you stayed up until the end. And if you're new to this channel, my name is Marvin Germo. I'm a stock market trader and investor, and I make daily videos to help you trade the markets with confidence. If this all sounds good to you and you want to execute as well, check out GoTrade because it allows you to buy US stocks for $1. If you want to trade cryptocurrency markets, check out Binance because it allows you to trade cryptocurrencies, lowest trade $10. If you want to enter also the Forex markets using technical analysis, check out XM. They have a $30 bonus also for those who want to enter right now. If you want to read my books, check out the links in the description below because we have books there as well, all aimed to help you trade the markets with confidence. So I hope you guys got a lot from this, and I hope you practice because ultimately, the strength of all of this is execution. Don't just let what you have here remain here. You have to execute and you have to try it. Marvin Germo, I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.